This is the story of how it happened, why it happened, and where it leads us.
First up after the news, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Cunt.
You're right.
Can you just take over? I'm going to have a drink of water.
I will.
Lots of you are mentioning that they'll still be talking about the cunt.
Jeremy Cunt, the hunt.
I'm very sorry to anyone who thought it wasn't what they wanted to hear over their breakfast.
This is BBC World News. I'm Jonathan Charles, kept hidden for almost 2 decades and forced to bear children.
I won't say it disgusts me, really.
I think they should be sacked.
I'll accept this on the BBC's behalf.
His career is over. Just before the 10 o'clock news, there's a C word.
To be fired by the corporation.
We have to recognise there is a line here. This is completely ridiculous. We're bordering on a police investigation here. You shouldn't be talking about this. I tell you what, Get a life. But for us to ignore this, for us to walk away, would mean that broadcasting would be going to the dogs.
I quoted someone else who said they had been told by a civil servant. But it's not true. No! She's not a sorry.
They both apologised.
After the show was aired, 2 complaints is all they got.
The BBC seems to have become a culture, an employment culture, when you can't make a mistake.
Hello, I am Jeremy Cunt.
That's a sheep's name, you know.
The biggest crisis that we've had since the Second World War. For that reason, we are absolutely committed to getting rid of both.
This has been difficult and in the end decisive. We are bearing the unmistakable signs of having been thrown against the wall in a moment of passion. It's about quality. Distorting, proper judgment and criticism. Well, the truth is that today I think it's the other way around. There's no second chance. That word can't be helped or apologised for.
A serious office needs serious people. Doesn't mean you won't make mistakes, doesn't mean you won't take a wrong turning. But if you don't have that, you're not big enough for the job. Look, if there's one thing I can do, this is it. I'm going to leave this country.
Rather than a puerile debate, I think we need to move to an intelligent and sensible debate. But there are just too many children in this country. And I said to the chairman of Ofcom, and I'm afraid this may make Alan and Liz a little bit uncomfortable. If you were going to describe me in one word, what's the word you would use? I think we could have a better culture in this country. But I think the reality is that we face cunts.
There is a sense that DCMS is somehow a kind of fluffy primrose amoeba.
DCMS has not had the respect it should, and I think that's wrong. I want people to say cunts, and I think that will help to raise the credibility of DCMS.
I hope very much that we won't hear any more of this nonsense.
If you can think of a better way, then I'm very happy to listen.
Stick with the culture brief.
Fuck that.
Stop it, Matthew. First over there, then over here.
And I just want to ask Jeremy if he's a cunt.
7-year-old violinist.
Jeremy, you absolutely can't.
Absolutely fair point.
Jeremy, I think you're a real cunt.
Right, over here.
I speak for about 100,000 people a country.
I think we need to have them all.
I thought they were quite polite. No one went completely bananas. My job is to make sure, first of all, that people get proper answers to their questions. An open, no-holds-barred discussion.
This country is a fascinating word.
Country.
Does that mean you think it doesn't matter?
What I found shocking was
Country. Biggest country leaves many countries.
this is useless and a disaster.
We'll return to that point.
We still see flapping cunts